What's going on, YouTube? This is The Narrow Way coming to you with another video. And this video is going to be about the illness and disease that we have right now of white guilt. And there's a lot of white guilt that is just rampant right now. And it is just really a mind virus that's taking over a lot of white people. And the reason why I'm speaking on it, because it has a lot to do with black people. And so that's why I'm talking about it as a black man. This needs to be addressed, because I don't really see it really being called out or addressed in the form that it's in. And it's in its rare form now. And it's spiritual too. So, I'm a Christian, and this is something that's totally antithetical to the Word of God. If you are a professing Christian and you're white, and you feel and you have these deep-rooted feelings that you hate your race, or you hate what may have happened in the past, or maybe something somebody has done, and now you are projecting that hatred to your own self, that is demonic. Because what I'm seeing is you have a lot of these, and it's really, and you see it in a lot of politicians too, which is really scary, because they're making laws off of the fact that they hate themselves being white. And the origin of it is because of things that happened in the past, whether it be slavery, whether it be somebody's uncle said something, or whatever. And it might not even, and the thing of it is, in a lot of the cases, it's just been preached to by other white people, and it's been passed down to kids, to tell the kids, oh, it's bad to be white, especially if you're a white man. It's horrible to be a white person. Your blonde hair and your blue eyes is inherently evil. And so you must downgrade yourself. You must feel lower than a black person. And that's totally antithetical to Christ, because Christ made you in his image. He did. Now, he didn't make you to do the sins. Sins, of course, is a choice. But the way he made you wasn't a mistake. You can't look at yourself and be like, oh, well, because this happened in the past, now I feel bad about myself, and now I hate myself, and now I have to pretty much be subservient to another race, or make laws that makes another race higher than me. You can't do that. Because if that's the case, everybody can say that. There are black people that kill other black people. There were black slave owners. Africans, if you really want to get down to it, Africans had slaves before anybody. They did. How do you think the pyramids got built? They didn't have federal contractors building the pyramids. It was a caste system. It was a caste system. It was an indentured servant system. And they had, if you were a lower class, you're gonna get up there and you're gonna build this and you're gonna build this pyramid. That's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna spend your whole life doing it. And then after you die, taking a brick up there, and if your kid is old enough, he's gonna take your place, taking that brick up there and building this pyramid. That's the way it was. So because I do have African heritage in me somewhere, You know, should I now hate myself? Should I now make laws? Should I now go around telling my kids that we're less than? That because of my skin, that because of my skin and because of what they did in Africa and the slavery in Africa, so should I now go around hating myself? No. No. But it's so much of this white guilt, and you see it, and it's aligned, you know, and it is political. You see it 99% of the time. You see it with, I mean, your mouth says 100, with liberal ideology. Every time you go to these these LGBT, and it's really aligned with the LGBT. Because if you look at the LGBT, the sodomy flag, the LGBT sodomy flag, they have the brown color in there. And they make us, and then they make us like we're this, and here's where the real racism comes in. The real racism comes in because they look at black people as some helpless, oppressed, disabled because of our race, that they have to come in there and just white knight, hold up the white knight flag and just white knight for us because we're so dumb and stupid that because of their past inherent history, they had to come and save black people from themselves. So they look at us as less than. They don't look at us as equal. They look at us as being a disability. As because of your skin color. You're like, well, how do you see that? Okay, I'll show it to you. So the sodomy flag, the rainbow flag, every color in that flag means something that's like a minority or an oppressed group. And the brown in the sodomy flag is having black people as oppressed. You got the transgenders, the transmutilators, the homosexuals, the sodomites, black. So now they're throwing our race, the black race, into a category of sodomy, mutilation, and all of this stuff, ableist, disabled people. So now we are basically less than. They don't look at us as all along the same lines of them. They look at us as below them. And that's what I'm naming this video. I'm gonna name this video "White Guilt," the true racism. Yes. And they look at us as less than. They look at us as, oh, we have to make sure that they abort themselves because we don't need any more oppressed people, or we don't need any more of those type of people on this earth. So these white guilt liberals, they push abortion to black people so hard. Now, if you really love black people, wouldn't you want to see more of us on this earth? But the real racism is that we're so dumb and stupid and we can't handle it, and you know, we don't have the brain power, or we don't have the capabilities of handling ourselves, and you know, we're always going to be broke and dumb and ignorant. So the best way to tackle a black person is to tell them to go kill him. To tell a black woman is to go and kill herself, and to go and kill her unborn. That's the best way to deal with a black person from a white guilt perspective, is to tell a black woman to kill her unborn. You will never see a white guilt liberal tell a black woman to keep your baby, that your baby is a blessing. You will always see a white guilt liberal tell a black woman to abort her baby. And they will always push homosexuality, and say that homosexuality is good in the black community. Because what that does is, and this is some deep-rooted racism. What that does is when they promote, like when Obama, he promoted homosexuality. I didn't say he created it, but he promoted it. When he promoted sodomy in the black community, and what that does is, that's not only don't you get any type of offspring, and you destroy generations, because when you destroy someone in the room, a baby in the womb, you're destroying not just them, but you're destroying the lineage that they could produce. So also when you do that, you're screwing up, you're jacking up the mind. You're jacking up the mind of the black community. Now you're basically saying it's okay. It's okay to turn to the demons that are telling you that the demons that are telling you that this is okay. Now you're actually saying, now you're trying to confirm whatever demons that they have in their head that may have been like kind of suppressed or whatever like that. Now you're telling them, oh, it's okay, we got your back. He won't have your back in hell. When you are burning, when your eternal life is burning, Obama won't have your back in hell. The white guilt liberals won't have your back in hell. They won't. They will not have your back in hell. And that's what it is. When you talk to a white guilt liberal, it's always, I hate myself. I hate white man. I hate. But here's the thing. Here's when you know here's where you know the fallacy of that. Every white guilt liberal lives in a white community. Gated. I won't say all of them, but a lot of them. If you follow a white guilt liberal home, they don't live around no black people. Look at, like, if you go to like these real ultra white liberal states like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. The population of black people is a little to nothing. It's pretty much, black people in Maine and all that stuff is pretty much non-existent. So what they do is now in Maine and New Hampshire and all of these liberal woke states, they all, if you go to just do white, predominantly white affluent neighborhoods, you'll see all of these signs with Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. And the thing of it is, they're not even living around black people. But they try to virtual signal and say, oh, look, we care about black, but we care about black people. But you don't live around them. And even if you had a chance to live around them, you wouldn't do it. Because you know what time it is. You're smart. You're smart. You talk like you care about black people. But then when it's time to go live around black people, you ain't gonna do it. Oh, I hate myself. I hate white people. I hate myself. I hate white people. I hate my white skin. I hate my pale skin. I hate my blonde hair. I hate my blue eyes. But where you gonna live? Around blonde, blue eyes, and white skin. But I thought you hate them. Yeah, I hate them, but my property value, I'll march in the streets for them, and I will tell them to go riot. I will tell them to go burn down their own neighborhoods, but I will never live around black people. That's what the white guilt person says. That's the epitome of racism. That's like the passive aggressive type demonic state that they're in. They want to come off as, oh my God, I'm so wrong for being white. I'm so wrong for being white. But yet, you won't live around white people, but you'll go and you'll try to antagonize black people to go and burn down their own communities, and then you will tell black women to abort their babies. because you love black people so much and they're so oppressed and you have to come save them. The best thing you can do for them is tell them to abort themselves and tell them that you promote when they want to riot, to go riot. And they'll have your back. They'll have your back. They'll bring out everything you need to go riot. They'll bring out the bricks. They'll bring out, they'll even get you out of jail. White liberals will get you out of jail. So that means that now you're thinking, oh wow, I burned down my black community. The white guilt liberal got me out. So now I can do it all over again. I'm telling you, white guilt is demonic, and it is going, and it's in a lot of this hippie, the hippie generation. A lot of older white people, and a lot of these blue-haired liberals, they have this. I think it's more so demonic in the older white hippie generation. I guess they call them the baby boomers, the boomers. It is so prevalent, and then is now you see it with the whole immigration thing, with the whole ICE thing. They want to do that now. They're going toward brown people because they love them so much, but they won't live around brown people. And they'll tell you that, well, if there are no more brown people here, quote, then who's going to wipe our behinds? So they don't care. They care about the brown people because the brown people because they're affluent. All these hippies, all these white guilt liberal hippies, they have money. The kids, their own kids don't want to deal with them, so they know that they need black and brown people, more so brown, to do all of their stuff for them. So they're mad because now Trump is kicking them out. So now they know that, wow, I can't do all that stuff by myself. I'm getting too old. Who's going to wipe my tail? Oh my God, I have to fight these brown people and act like I love them. I'm not going to live by them. I'm not going to live around them. I don't want them coming living in my house, but I got to fight for them. If you ever notice that when they do these interviews and they say, hey, do you love brown people? Do you love the Latin community? They go, oh yeah, I love them. Oh, I hate myself, and they're so marginalized. Marginalized. They love using that. They love using that word, marginalized. And then the interview says, hey, well, I got two immigrants here that need a place to stay. You think you can? I don't have enough room. Well, I can't get them because you've never seen an interview where one of these white guilt hippies are asked to house an immigrant. You've never seen one that accepted them. Never. And they never will. It's all lies, deceit, and racism. So God, I just wanted to let you know that this is real. This is demonic. This is the epitome of racism. And I just want to call it out. And if you have any of these feelings within you, you need to repent. You need to ask God to come in your life, come in your heart, and wash that mess out. It is. It is horrible. And so, and all it is sin. All it is sin. It's nothing that God can't wash out through salvation. But you're going to have to want to change. You're going to have to want to change. You're going to have to want to submit your heart to Jesus Christ. Because that's the only one that can cure this disease. And it is a disease. It's a disease. And it's a disease of pride. Because you think that, oh my God, look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. I'm doing this wonderful work and I'm helping. It's pride. It's pride. Jesus can clean you up of pride. We all have pride in our own ways, the way we do things, the way we move. Some pride is a lot more aggressive than others. Some pride is a lot more slick, but it's all pride. And at the end of the day, it'll take you straight to hell. So God, I just want to let you know that I love you. I don't hate nobody. Even the most racist white liberal, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I love him. And I pray that one of those white guilt liberals sees this video and gives their life to Jesus Christ. And then they become a testimony of how they used to be, and now they bring other people to Christ. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. God bless.